Girls that call themselves, I don't need no man, blah, 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 blah.
I've seen that, yeah.
You know, and a lot of times girls will say that until the right man walks in their life and they'll change their whole fucking tune.
Yeah.
Guys, they get mad at women. Women are one of the most beautiful, amazing, wonderful parts of this existence as a man. You simply have to do the work required for her to want to create that reality for you. And if you've done that, you'll soon see that women are absolutely wonderful.
They are.
They're absolutely wonderful, especially when they love you and they can get behind you. You know, there's not a more beautiful thing in this world than a woman that looks up to and values a man.
Yeah.
You know, it is what makes doing all this work worth it. You know, and that's why another thing on that subject, a lot of these guys don't believe in love.
Right.
You know, oh, I'm never gonna, dude, that's fucking bullshit too.
Yeah.
You can absolutely love a woman.
Yes.
And it be one of the most amazing things in your life.
You can love a woman and know that love is also conditional. Those are two things that you both have to. But
and it's factual.
It's factual. Like unconditional love for a female Homo sapien needs to be reserved for her children. Let's talk about this. Goes with dating and in your professional life. Unrealistic expectations cause people to quit. I think that's the reason why people quit in relationships. And I think that's why people quit when you're talking about before about some tradesman who runs off and starts his own business. He had unrealistic expectations. Can you talk about setting these realistic expectations so you don't quit?
Right. So first of all, I believe that the formula to happiness is the gap between your expectation and your reality.
Yeah.
100%. In regards to relationships, guys have this notion that because they chose this girl and they sent her flowers and they told her she was pretty and she looked good in that dress when she was actually a little bit fat, you know, and need to go to the gym. You understand? All these different.
And you expressed your feelings.
Yeah.
You told her your feelings.
Yeah.
She doesn't care about your
all
feelings.
These different things, and they think that she's going to be loyal because he's not leaving and because they made a promise at an altar in front of a bunch of people somewhere in the South, and in that it's always going to be a fairy tale. It's fucking bullshit. And what I think creates devastating pain to men. In fact, I believe that love has caused more pain than war. And I don't think it's fucking close. And so a man grows up, he does all the right things. He buys the flowers, kisses her in the rain. He goes to work, and then he comes home and expects her to love him even when he's fat and all these different things. And then she leaves and he gets a news flash from the world that everything he's been told was a fucking lie. And there's these actual rules about how the world really works and what female nature really is, and he fucking offs himself, or he becomes incelled, or he hates women, or lives in anger and pain for the rest of his life. It's one of the saddest things on the planet, all because he had the expectation that Disney was real, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's absolutely not. And I'll tell you another thing, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but God's not coming to save you either.
Right.
I watched my father. My mother cheated on him with men from church. My father divorced her. She came back, he married again, and then had to divorce her again for the same reason. And my father clung to the Bible, and he's a wonderful man. In the 80s, the information wasn't there. But God is not coming to save you. Your mother's not coming to save you. Your friends love you and want to see you do well, but they don't care enough to make you do something. The realities of this world are real. You have to go educate yourself on female nature. You have to do the work to become the kind of man that a woman wants. And then never forget what you know about how it works. And then that way you don't have to find yourself with this huge gap between your expectations and reality. Because if you do that and the gap is big, you're going to be fucking miserable at a minimum.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that is kind of a dangerous thing. And I have some friends, because I do come from the Bible Belt also, and I do have religious beliefs. I'm not saying that there is no God. What I'm saying is it was a good idea for you to hide in the fucking bushes. It was a good idea for you to get out of East Germany before the fucking wall came up. It was a good idea for you to look after yourself and make sure that, hey, I can help God help me out here and make sure that I do the best for myself and have a bunch of success. You know what's also great? Not having 30% body fat. Right. I understand God's supposed to save you, but you know what would also help is if you didn't have that high cholesterol. It would help you if you actually helped yourself in some of these situations. Because some people have these very unrealistic expectations. Is God going to send you somebody? I don't know. What I do know is that God's going to send you somebody a lot better looking. You know what I'm saying? When you can speak better and look better and have a better job, that's just the way I look for it. Again, we talk about Bo Jackson versus Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders is going to duck and dive, and he's going to get to the end zone. He's going to make you miss. Bo Jackson does not care who's in front of him. He is going to get to the end zone, and you're going to die trying to tackle him. That's the way I look at every single thing that we. It's not even a choice, bro. We have to do this. We have to. Listen, man, if you guys have a kid, you want your wife to be willing to die for this kid. That's your kid. This
That's
is
your
not,
legacy.
That's your legacy. This is not some unfortunate turn of events. This is fucking human evolution. It has to be this way. Otherwise, there's not 8 billion people on this planet. The species does not survive numerous near extinction events during the Pleistocene epoch if we do not have mothers willing to die for their fucking children. That is the reason why. So because she has reserved that unconditional love for her children and you don't get it, don't be mad about that. And it doesn't mean you can't love her. It does exactly right.
I say this often. I said, dude, get mad or play ball.
Bro.
These are the rules of the game. I didn't make them, but I am telling you because I care about you.
Yeah.
Disney and that fairy tale dream that they've pitched you is a fucking lie. It's consumerism. And I think that a lot of the reason that a wedge is driven between men and women, because you have twice the taxpayers, you know, you got all these bad bitches everywhere. Now they have jobs, you know, and I, with all my heart and not from an angry place, believe that women are less happy now than they've ever been, and I don't think it's going to get any better.
When you say bad bitches, you mean girls calling themselves bad
girls
bitches.
that call themselves, I don't need no man, blah, 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 blah.
I've seen that,
You know, and a lot of times girls will say that until the right man walks in their life and they'll change their whole fucking tune.
Yeah.
You know, so it's very important for a young man, particularly a young man in my opinion, to understand that there's no reason to be angry, but there's certainly a reason to flip on the lights and look at it for what it actually is, and always have that in your back pocket and an understanding, because it'll remind you when it's time to turn it on or not, you know, in your life. And especially with dealing with women or your career or whatever you need to do, or even looking in the mirror yourself. It's like, listen, I need to pick my shit up, or eventually she's going to lose respect for me. When she loses respect, she's going to leave. It couldn't be more true. And unfortunately, guys don't want to face the truth.